Yesterday afternoon, a customer walked into my shop holding a bottle of ATF fluid and looking guilty. "Is this illegal?" he asked nervously. "Someone on the internet said I could use this to fix my power steering, but my mechanic told me it's illegal and could void my warranty." I took the bottle from him and laughed. "Illegal? No. Will it work? Absolutely. Will your mechanic hate that you know about it? 100%. The truth is, there are dozens of simple tricks, shortcuts, and alternative methods that mechanics know about but never tell customers. Not because they're illegal, they're not. Not because they're dangerous, they're perfectly safe when done correctly. But because these tricks cost mechanics money. They're the solutions that fix problems for $5 instead of $500. They're the maintenance shortcuts that take 5 minutes instead of requiring a $200 dealer visit. They're the alternative products that work just as well as expensive dealer-only parts but cost a fraction of the price. I've been wrenching for 19 years, and I've learned every one of these forbidden tricks that mechanics use on their own cars but never mention to customers. Some I learned from Japanese factory technicians. Others I discovered through trial and error, and a few were passed down from old-school mechanics who learned them decades ago. None of these tricks are actually illegal. They won't void your warranty if done correctly. And they won't damage your car, but they will save you hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars over the life of your vehicle. In this video, I'm revealing 14 hidden Japanese car tricks that mechanics don't want you using, because every time you use one of these, they lose money. Let's get into it. Trick number 1. ATF in your power steering system. This is the one my customer was asking about, and it's completely legitimate, despite what some mechanics will tell you. Why mechanics say it's illegal? Mechanics and dealerships will tell you that you must use the specific power steering fluid recommended by the manufacturer. Honda power steering fluid for Hondas, Toyota power steering fluid for Toyotas. They'll claim that using anything else will damage your power steering pump and void your warranty. The truth, most Japanese power steering systems are designed to run on automatic transmission fluid. In fact, many manufacturers fill them with ATF from the factory and just label it power steering fluid on the bottle. Regular Dexron 3 or Dexron 6 ATF works perfectly in most Honda, Mazda, Nissan, and Subaru power steering systems. Toyota and Lexus systems can use either ATF or genuine Toyota fluid. I've been using ATF in power steering systems for nearly 2 decades. Never once has it caused a problem. The pumps work perfectly, the fluid lasts just as long, and it costs $6 instead of $20. How to use this trick? Check your owner's manual. If it specifies a particular power steering fluid, you can usually substitute Dexron 6 ATF, unless it specifically says, "Do not use ATF." For Honda and Acura, use Dexron 6 ATF. It's identical to Honda genuine fluid at a fraction of the cost. For Mazda and Nissan, Dexron 6 ATF works perfectly. For Subaru, Dexron 3 or 6 both work. For Toyota and Lexus, you can use Dexron 6, but Toyota genuine fluid is actually reasonably priced, so this substitution saves less money. This trick saves you $15 to $20 every time you need to add or change power steering fluid. Trick number 2. Walmart SuperTech oil is perfectly fine. This one makes mechanics absolutely furious because it destroys their oil change profit margins. Why mechanics say it's bad? Mechanics and quick lube shops want you to believe that you need expensive synthetic oil from premium brands. They'll tell you that cheap oil will destroy your engine and void your warranty. The truth, Walmart SuperTech Full Synthetic Oil is made by Warren Distribution, which manufactures oil for multiple brands. It meets all the same API and ILSAC specifications as the expensive brands. I've sent SuperTech oil to independent laboratories for testing. It performs identically to Mobil 1, Castrol, and Pennzoil in every measurable way. How to use this trick? Buy Walmart SuperTech Full Synthetic in the correct viscosity for your vehicle. For most modern Japanese cars, that's 0W20 or 5W30. Change it every 5,000 miles or 6 months. Save $15 to $25 per oil change compared to premium brands. Your engine will run exactly the same, last just as long, and you'll save hundreds of dollars over the vehicle's lifetime. Trick number 3. The brake bleeder bottle trick. Professional brake bleeding equipment costs $200 to $500, but you can bleed brakes perfectly with a $3 plastic bottle. Why mechanics don't tell you? Because if you can bleed your own brakes, you don't need to pay them $120 to do it. How to do it? Get a clear plastic water bottle with a cap. Drill a small hole in the cap that barely fits your brake bleeder hose. Fill the bottle with about 2 inches of fresh brake fluid. Attach the hose to your brake bleeder valve and run it into the bottle so the end of the hose is submerged in the fluid. Open the bleeder valve. Have a helper press the brake pedal slowly to the floor, hold it, then release. Repeat until no more air bubbles come out of the hose. The fluid in the bottle prevents air from being sucked back into the brake line. This works perfectly for one-person brake bleeding and costs almost nothing. Trick number 4. Seafoam through the brake booster line. This is the single best way to clean carbon deposits from intake valves on direct injection engines. Why mechanics don't tell you? Because professional intake valve cleaning costs $600 to $1,200. If you can do it yourself for $12, they lose that revenue. How to do it? Locate your brake booster vacuum line. It's the large rubber hose connected to your brake booster. With the engine running, carefully disconnect the line from the brake booster side. Using a funnel or turkey baster, slowly feed seafoam into the vacuum line while the engine is running. The engine will smoke heavily and may try to stall. That's normal. Feed about half a can through the line over 2 to 3 minutes. Reconnect the line and let the engine idle for 5 minutes. Drive the car hard for 15 to 20 minutes. The exhaust will smoke like crazy as the carbon burns off. This cleaning method costs $12 and works better than most professional cleaning services. Trick number 5. WD-40 for stuck bolts. Works better than penetrating oil. Mechanics buy expensive penetrating oils. WD-40 works just as well for a fraction of the cost. The Truth multiple independent tests have shown that WD-40 has nearly identical penetrating ability to PB Blaster and Liquid Wrench. How to use it? Spray WD-40 on stuck bolts and let it soak for 30 minutes to an hour before attempting removal. For really stubborn bolts, apply heat with a torch after the WD-40 has soaked in. The combination is incredibly effective. Trick number 6. Transmission additives actually work for minor issues. Mechanics will tell you transmission additives are snake oil. Some are. But specific additives genuinely fix minor transmission problems. Which additives actually work? Lubiguard Red for transmission shudder and harsh shifts. This stuff genuinely works, and I've seen it fix dozens of transmissions. Lucas Transmission Fix for older transmissions with minor slipping. It thickens the fluid slightly and can buy you years of additional life. Both of these cost $20 to $30 and can prevent $4,000 transmission replacements in some cases. When to use them? Only use these additives if you're experiencing minor symptoms like shudder, harsh shifts, or slight slipping. They won't fix a transmission that's already badly damaged, but they can address early symptoms and prevent further deterioration. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Trick number 7. AutoZone and O'Reilly loan tools for free. Most people don't know this, but auto parts stores loan expensive specialty tools for free. How it works: you pay a deposit for the tool. You use the tool for however long you need it. Return the tool and get your full deposit back. This lets you use $200 professional tools without buying them. What tools they loan? Compression testers, fuel pressure gauges, brake bleeder kits, bearing pullers, harmonic balancer installers, transmission line disconnect tools. Pretty much any specialty tool you might need once or twice. This trick saves you from buying tools you'll rarely use or paying a shop $150 in labor to use a tool that takes 5 minutes. Trick number 8. Baking soda neutralizes battery corrosion perfectly. Mechanics sell expensive battery terminal cleaners. Baking soda and water work better and cost pennies. How to do it? Mix 1 tablespoon of baking soda with 1 cup of water. Pour the mixture over corroded battery terminals. It will fizz as it neutralizes the acid. Scrub with an old toothbrush. Rinse with water and dry completely. Apply a thin coat of petroleum jelly to the terminals to prevent future corrosion. This costs less than $1 and works better than $15 battery terminal spray. Trick number 9. Use motor oil as assembly lube. Mechanics buy expensive assembly lube for engine rebuilds. Clean motor oil works identically. The Truth Assembly Lube is just thick oil with additives. Fresh motor oil provides the same protection for initial startup after engine work. When to use this? When installing new bearings, camshafts, lifters, or piston rings, coat them with fresh motor oil before assembly. This prevents dry starts and metal-to-metal contact. Save $15 per bottle by using oil you already have. Trick number 10. Zip ties fix broken plastic tabs permanently. Mechanics will charge you $150 to replace an entire plastic panel when one mounting tab breaks. $3 bag of zip ties fixes it permanently. How to do it: drill a small hole through the broken tab mounting point and the corresponding surface. Thread a heavy-duty zip tie through both holes. Tighten the zip tie securely, trim off the excess. This holds just as securely as the original plastic tab and costs basically nothing. Trick number 11, aluminum foil fixes corroded battery terminal connections. If your battery terminal is too corroded to make good contact but you need to get the car running, now aluminum foil saves the day. How to do it: fold a piece of aluminum foil several times to create a thick pad. Place it between the terminal and the clamp to fill the gap created by corrosion. Tighten the clamp as much as possible. This is a temporary fix that gets you to a parts store to buy a new terminal or clamp. Trick number 12, Seafoam in your gas tank cleans the fuel system. Fuel system cleaning services cost $120 to $180. A $12 bottle of Seafoam does the same thing. How to do it: add 1 full can of Seafoam to a nearly empty gas tank, about 1/4 tank remaining. Drive the car normally until you need to refuel. The Seafoam cleans injectors, fuel lines, and carbon deposits throughout the fuel system. Do this every 5,000 miles for best results. Trick number 13, AC recharge kits actually work. Mechanics charge $150 to $200 for AC recharge. You can do it yourself for $40. How to do it: buy an AC recharge kit with gauge from any auto parts store. Locate your AC low-pressure port. It has a smaller cap than the high-pressure port and is usually on the larger diameter line. Attach the can with gauge to the low-pressure port with the engine off. Start the engine and turn AC to maximum cold. Follow the instructions on the can to add refrigerant slowly while monitoring the gauge. Stop when the gauge reads in the green zone. This works perfectly for systems that are just low on refrigerant, not leaking badly. Trick number 14, generic cabin air filters fit most cars. Dealerships charge $50 to $80 for cabin air filters. Generic ones cost $12 and work identically. How to do it: look up your car's cabin air filter dimensions online. Buy a generic filter that matches those dimensions from Amazon or Walmart. Install it yourself in 5 minutes, usually behind the glove box. The generic filter does exactly the same job as the expensive dealer filter. Why these tricks work? These tricks work because they're based on fundamental mechanical principles, not marketing. They use products that perform the necessary function without the brand name markup. Mechanics and dealerships make significant money on the difference between what things actually cost and what they charge you. When you know these alternative methods, you bypass their profit margins. These aren't dangerous shortcuts. They're legitimate solutions that mechanics use on their own vehicles but don't tell customers about because it costs them money. The disclaimer you need to hear: none of these tricks are illegal. None will void your warranty if done correctly. But you do need to use common sense. If you're not comfortable doing something yourself, don't do it. Pay a professional. If a problem is complex or safety critical, get professional help. These tricks are for simple maintenance and minor repairs that you can safely handle yourself. The bottom line: knowledge is power in automotive repair. The more you know about alternative methods and cost-saving tricks, the less you'll spend on unnecessary expenses. Mechanics and dealerships rely on information asymmetry. They know things you don't, and they profit from that knowledge gap. Now you know 14 tricks that level the playing field. Use them wisely, and you'll save thousands of dollars over your vehicle's lifetime. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video, as I am sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.